Since its release, Tekken 7 has been regarded as an unfinished product due to the lack of content the game had. Offering nothing but mediocre story mode and mostly online play, the game has little to no content available. One of the biggest disappointments of Tekken 7 was the customization mode as well, and this is what this video dives into. Hey guys, Gamer Nemi here, hope you're having a very good new year. Today we're going to talk about customization. Now Tekken 7 customization is really bad compared to the last 3 games, Tekken 5, Tekken 6 and Tekken Tag. The customization in Tekken 7 is bare bones of what it used to be. So let's break it down. What really makes the customization in Tekken 7 so bad? First things first, the customization in Tekken is based off of the game mode, which is Treasure Battle. So this mode was introduced in Tekken 7. It's never featured in any other Tekken game before until now. So the game is unique on its own. It has super various game modes. You get to face boss battles at certain points to unlock very valuable items. You do have the fight money from this mode, only Treasure Battle. You won't get customization items from anything else but Treasure Battle. So one of the biggest issues of this mode was the fact that you could not really look for the item of a specific character. Everything you unlocked in this game mode was pure RNG. Everything was randomized. You want that coat for Nina, bro? You just gotta play the game and hope to God you get that coat. That's one of the biggest issues of Treasure Battle. The second issue was the repetitiveness. The game had so much loading time, right? You had to wait a lot, like every time there's a huge boss battle, because you did have these special game modes or special battles you could face against, like Shin Akuma, Devil Kazumi from the story mode, Heihachi from the story mode, but the loading times for these things took forever. Now I diverse. Mainly we're talking about the customization items of this game mode. Where Tekken came from, this is nothing compared to where Tekken came from. Like, trust me guys, the customization of Tekken 7 has nothing on Tekken 5 and Tekken 6. So that's really the biggest issue with Treasure mode of Tekken 7. It is the only way to get gear for specific characters that you wanted in the game, and it was purely RNG, or it is purely RNG, randomized. You can't really get something you want like that. You just have to keep playing and hope to God you get the drop. I do not know how the drop rate works for Tekken 7 in terms of customization modes, but it's not that good either way. So now let's go back to Tekken 5 and Tekken 6 customization modes. The biggest difference from Tekken 5 and Tekken 6 was the Treasure Battle, which is equivalent of, let's say, arcade mode, right? It was not the only way of getting customization items in the game. You would actually unlock customization items in Tekken 5 and Tekken 6 by playing versus mode against your friend, like offline versus mode. You could still unlock customization items, you could still get fight money. You could also go online and get fight money as well and still unlock stuff. So that's the biggest difference as well. Now, like I said, I don't really know how the drop rates are for Tekken 7 in terms of items that you want, but in Tekken 5 and Tekken 6, if you played a certain character in the hopes of unlocking their gear, for example, I loved Steve's headsets from Tekken 5. If you wanted those headsets, you could either buy them from the shop after playing a certain number of games, right? It would appear as a Steve accessory in the shop, exclusive to Steve, not anyone else. You could just buy the item with fight money. That's the difference. There was no RNG, right? No random items, you would make the money and buy that item. That's what made the customization so much better in Tekken 5 and Tekken 6. Furthermore, the diversity was insane in these games, right? The hair in Tekken 7, for example, is very limited, very generic options. Like, the customization items overall in Tekken 7 are very generic. There are very few special customization items that are unique to the character. Mostly if one character has the item, you'd bet your ass that half the roster would also have the item. That was not the case for Tekken 5, Tekken 6 and Tekken Tag to some extent. You had very unique items. You had long Devojin horns. You had nice shoes for Jin. You could customize shoes in Tekken 6. Every character had special shoes. That's insane. That's insane. So it's kind of a downgrade, seeing as we're coming from previous games right into the latest current gen, and we can't customize shoes like Harada. Nani? Come on, bro. Like, come on. Ah, man. So that was the biggest difference between Tekken 5, Tekken 6 and Tekken 7. Tekken 7 mostly is random generated items, customization items, but in Tekken 5, Tekken 6 you could grind for money and just buy the item from the shop. Now this is a case with some of the items in Tekken 7, but for like the unique and rare items, that wasn't the case. You just had to keep playing and hope to God you get drop. Furthermore, the customization options that Tekken 7 has are not as good as what Tekken 5 and Tekken 6 had. In Tekken 6 you had options for like lower back, you had the limbs as well. For Tekken 7, it's just like the body and the pants, right? You have the torso and the legs. Tekken 6 was not like that. It had the elbows, if I'm not mistaken. It had the knees, shoulder pads, I think. So we've come a long way, bro. Like, it's so sad having something so good just get taken away from us like that, right? So everyone knows up to this point that the customization items in Tekken 7 suck, and this is something that Harada needs to fix in Tekken 8. Like, bro, like the customization needs to be crisp in Tekken 8. Like this is just not. We need hella outfits. We need all the classic outfits for every character from each installment, every game. Just bring back the classic outfits, bro. That would be so good. I don't understand why they don't bring them back. If anything, they could make so much money if they actually sold those costumes. Now, God forbid, of course, but they gotta chase that bread, So that's something else Namco need to do, bro. Like, give us Tekken 3 Yoshi. Everyone has been crying for Tekken 3 Yoshi, so come on, just give us what we want. I mean, it's not that hard. So yeah, and lastly, I wanted to talk about what they would do in terms of introducing some kind of game mods in Tekken 8 with the customization feature. Now, to give an example, I want to talk about Injustice 2. Now, Injustice 2 had a gear system. It's basically customizations, but they were called gear systems. So now you would fight online for these specific gear items, and these gear pieces would give your characters special abilities or special buffs, attacks, stuff like that. So for example, Batman had gear, kryptonite gear that he could place under his belt. So this kryptonite gear gave him a buff that would let him take less damage from all kryptonite characters or characters from Krypton. So like Superman, Doomsday, who else? Atrocitus? I don't know. Forgive my nerdy, it's so bad. So yeah, things like that. The gear system would work perfectly in Tekken 7, right? It doesn't always have to be about just fighting. Go online ranked and fight and level up. Quick match, tournament mode. Do something fun online. So imagine having special customization items that give characters different rage drives. Like, just imagine that. The possibilities are insane. Special customization items that give characters maybe new grabs, right? New counter hit moves, things like that. Just something buffs. Now this can be separate from like the main fighting style of Tekken or the main mode of Tekken. Just something away from that, but something fun, something unique to do online, because online Tekken 7 is just fighting. That's all that it is. There are no online game modes of any kind. Tekken Ball is offline. So in my opinion, this would make a great addition to Tekken 7. So basically just add the Injustice 2 gear system to Tekken. Like, just copy and paste that shit and call it like customization online mode or something like that, you know what I mean? So yeah, now I've just started ranting. so let me not keep you guys waiting. I have made my point. I don't want to drag this any longer. So those are my points, my boys. Remove the random generated items from the customization modes or treasure battle. If it were to come back in Tekken 8, just let us farm for the item we want for the character we're using, as easy as that. Secondly, give us more ways to unlock gear for characters. It can be like mini game modes online. We have to face off against maybe even a CPU, maybe a boss online, or against friends or competitors to unlock a special item. Maybe make it very rare, so if you lose, your drop rate drops, like it will take you longer to unlock that item. So things like that, you know. And thirdly, the gear system. Bring back the gear, or give us the Injustice 2 gear system and put that shit in Tekken 7. Give us more ways to earn fight money and just buy the items from the shop. As easy as that. You know, I love to keep my videos short, my boys. 10 minutes is always good for me. If you made it this far, please hit that subscribe button. I'm only about 200 subs away from 1000, guys. Help me get to that 1000, boys. Please, I am so close. Your support has been immense in the last recent months, and I'm very grateful, guys. I'm very grateful. And yeah, happy new year, my boys, and GG.